Tavern Keeper has been in production for a long time. Greenheart Games' first game, Game Dev Tycoon, released all the way back in 2013. It was a game that came out at just the right time for me, and is a major reason why I love simulation management games. Of course, since Tavern Keeper was announced in 2015, I graduated from secondary school, dropped out of college twice, completed college, and just this year got my university degree. Suffice to say, I've been waiting a long time to play this game, and a slightly less but still annoying amount of time to talk about it. Disclaimer before I praise the demo, I am a member of the Patreon, I frequent the Discord, I enjoy those young people TikToks and all that. I'm invested into the game and the community. Who knew? I like the game and enjoy how it's turning out. Any major criticisms I'll have of the game will be levelled at it when it's fully out. Until then, it is still in development. So, with the obligatory intro and bias disclaimer to keep the trolls away done, what do I think of the demo and the game as it's shaping up so far? It's great. The demo is, for me, infuriatingly short. It introduces a lot of mechanics and elements that, whilst I feel it's really well onboarded for new players, was frustrating for me because of my experience with the genre and also the game beforehand. By the time the game cuts you loose, it puts you on a timer for how long you can play. It's maddening, but I know they're working really hard to make the game the best it could be, and that's just not because I can see them working on it during their update posts, but it's the care and the detail that go into every element of this game. Just watching these characters move and interact with the environment is stunning. The animations feel weighty and tactile in such a unique way, because I normally associate such feelings with animations from first-person games rather than top-down management games. The art style is beautiful as well. It meshes perfectly with the tone of the game to create this irreverent fantasy setting that takes itself just seriously enough to make fun of itself. That's not even mentioning the storybook scenes. Honestly, this system might be the thing that really ties everything together. From the little this demo gives with the storybooks and the newspapers, it feels like this will be a really unique fantasy take alongside stuff like this.
Shaman's rattlestick. But when the door opens, it's a skeleton standing on the stoop.
As for the management side of the game, the demo doesn't give you the full depth, but it teases how far you'll be able to go. Kitchens, schedules, roles, stats, unique staff modifiers and events. The demo teases all of these just enough to get you intrigued, but holds back from giving you the full reign, presumably because, buy the game. It's probably the demo's biggest drawback for me, not letting me actually play the game fully. Please, Greenheart, if you're listening, give me access to the game. I promise I will keep stum about it. I will not talk to anyone.
Really?
Please, I just need more of this game.
Are they a friend of yours?
There are so many little things that I'm probably forgetting. The narrator, for one, he's brilliant and really breathes life into the storybook moments, and the entire demo as a whole. There are the little Sims-like nonsense dialogues that all the patrons use. The music is divine. I haven't talked about sound at all. And there was this really amazingly cool-looking orc miner or something at one point that was just stunning. It completely caught me by surprise. I only played it for about, I think, 40 minutes or so, and I'm just still blown away by how much can be packed into the experience. If the game even hits about half this level of detail throughout the entire thing, this is going to be one for the books. And that isn't even mentioning probably the biggest thing about this game.
Did I become a dungeon henchman because it was what I wanted, or because it was expected of me?
Now, I'm not a massive creative pro. I'm a film student, sure, but I focus more on the Sims themselves rather than the Sims houses, because they're just places to live. I care about the guys. Yet, jumping into design mode is a unique experience, and not just because it makes me want to create stuff, but because of how in-depth you can go with the creation. If you want something simple and easy, then no problem, easy time, just add a bowl or two and bam, done. Yet these sickos just kept going further and further. You can not only do complex decorations, but also rebuild the entire set to create your own themed and seemingly workable props. I haven't built one myself because I'm a bit slow with these things, and the footage from me in design mode can only be described as blundering, but it's also because I couldn't get into the super secret special Patreon area where you could just build stuff freely. That's what I'm going with. Either way, if it was just decoration alone, there would be enough items and little decorative pieces to sustain years of creation and creativity, but the ability to create fully themed taverns with custom working props really excites me, just how far people will be able to take this side of creation. There are some weaker aspects, of course, every game has them. The design mode is still a little clunky and some buttons on there are a little confusing on what they do, They've improved many elements of the UI in the menu, but the floating press any key, white text notification thing felt very out of place alongside the beautiful wooden buttons of the menu. And as much as I loved the full trailer, it did feel like it was kind of stapled onto the start and should have ended when the logo came up rather than including that little ending sting moment. Luckily, these are all aesthetic things. The demo didn't reveal any massive issues with the fundamentals of the game because, shocker, it's quite fun. Run the tavern, get to know the patrons, get the stars. It also includes entire bonus story content, as well as entire decorative system, and also a cooking system as well, but that isn't in the demo. Though I'm not fully sure what the stats part of the game is for. My current assumption is that it's not currently an implemented mechanic, but even so, I'm interested to know what effect low or high stats will have, or how they'll be changed outside of just a single slider in the menu. I'm not sponsored to say this because Greenheart couldn't afford me, but go and give Tavern Keeper a look. Wishlist it if you like this type of game, play the demo if you're on the fence or just want to see what it's about, because if you're a fan of the genre, then I can guarantee it won't disappoint you. It's still in development, so it still has a little bit of jank, but overall it's a smooth sailing and an incredibly fun time.
Thanks for playing the Tavern Keeper demo. I've had ever so much fun.